Hello everyone, this is Russell Carlin, and this is my week 4 review video. And for this week, the things that I did that were extra was I still have my info button, but now it is a view that kind of slides in from the side here. And there's one of those on both pages. And then also, since we had the save, I wanted a way to clear all those out after you saved them if you just wanted to clear all of your events out, and that's what this button here does. And then also, when you went to this page, it was kind of annoying that you had to save a new event, and there was no other option to go back. And well, now I added a cancel button there so that you can go back when you don't want to add a new event. So for the code, everything is pretty much the same except for I don't have variables for the title and the date. Before I had every time you type in here, it wouldn't save this text until you hit the hide keyboard, and when you hit that, then that would save into a variable. And also, when you change the date, each time you changed it, it would update another variable to have the new date in there. Well, instead of having variables, I just made it so that as I can show you here, here it is. The string builds itself off of just the text, so it just, as soon as you hit the swipe to save it, it takes your text out of there and adds a line between them and then puts in the date from the date picker. So I bypassed that and also fixed an error that I had so that when you were typing and if you hit the swipe to save, since you didn't hit this to actually save this text into a variable, this would come out as null, and now I guess you can see it doesn't come out as null anymore. So all the rest of the code is pretty much the same. Here's just the swipe that checks to see if there is a title, and if not, then it will build everything up. And then the swipe recognizer is right there, just a normal swipe recognizer, and then it points towards that method down here at the bottom. For the save, well, let's go to the top and just work our way down. This just looks to see if there is a events object in the NS user defaults, and if there is, then it loads that text up and then places it in here, and if there isn't, then it just does that default text right there. Then as this is another swipe recognizer, but this one's for the right, so it has the swipe right. This here is the save that saves into the user defaults, and it just takes, as I said, this whole dot text from this label here, or the text view, and then just saves it onto the events object, and then also gives you a alert saying that it was a success, so that you know that something actually did happen there. Here is the code block for your the little view here that pops out, and it's by default it's sitting over here, and then this is all animated, so that when you click it, it'll check to see if it's in or out, and then it will set the frame to the opposite of whatever it is. So if it's out already, then it'll set the frame over here, and if it's not out, then it'll set the frame over. So it just does back and forth. For the clear, have a confirmation first so that you don't just hit it and accidentally clear all your events out. And if you hit yes, then it comes down here and it will actually just remove that object, that events object, and then save, synchronize it, and then display the default text here, as you can see there. And if you click no, then it just does nothing, which is case 1. So that's all the new code that I really put in. And the cancel, I guess the cancel is not really new because all it does is dismiss this view, so which we've already done before. So things I would like to done better would probably be I would save each event as its own object instead of just one for all of them. That way you can have a clear button or delete button on each one. Also, the swipes, when you swipe right, instead of sliding to the right, the animation, it comes up from the bottom always. Alright, as a little demo here, just show you that everything's working. There's my view popping out the side, and then also the one on here. Alright, we'll just do a random event here. We'll do it on the 22nd. And we'll save. As you can see, it's right there. We'll save it to the NS user defaults. We'll stop and then run. And then there it is again, October 22nd. And then for the clear, it sets it to the default. And if you stop it and run it again, then that object was cleared from the NS user defaults. So this week was a little bit shorter than the other weeks, and I would say maybe add one more little thing, like for instance this little view popping out from the side here. That would be a nice little addition, just to make it a little more meaty, because it is kind of short. I mean, it was longer than 30 minutes, but it definitely was shorter than the other weeks. And this was in the videos anyway, so it would be a nice little, maybe a little addition to add to the course from the last week. So, but other than that, everything was pretty smooth, pretty easy, and it's been a good 2 months. Really enjoyed these courses, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you next month.